there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video I want to talk about some really interesting stuff that might actually be our first official leak for Skylanders Imagianators Year 2. So, this was found, discovered, whatever you want to say, by Wyrock the Elite Slayer, aka Corey, and he found this on a website called 4chan. 4chan is a forum, not unlike Reddit. It's very similar to Reddit, very disorganized, not a lot of regulations go on there, and it's pretty much a free-for-all. But anyways, in the Toys to Life area, I'm not really sure how 4chan works, but my understanding is there's like an area for Toys to Life. This was found. He said, the post said, "Hello there, I was invited to Activision's HQ to see some brand new Skylanders figures. While I was there, we were not allowed to take any photos. But I snuck a photo in anyway. The figure in this photo is called Barbella. I brightened her up in the picture because you couldn't see much of anything in the original photo I took. She will be released as a Series 2/Lightcore figure along with a few other Series 2/Lightcore figures. She works the same as her original figure, just with a new sculpt that lights up, just like the previous Lightcore figures. There were also two other figures there, one by the name of Krakatoa, essentially a combination of a volcano and Cthulhu. He had a tail that shot out massive amounts of lava. It was cool. The other was named Void." Here we go. Super basic name in my opinion. He was a very cool looking alien-like monster whose gameplay wasn't ready yet. These figures should be announced at E3, so get ready for that. Please don't ask who I am, I'm trying to stay anonymous. And it was attached with this image right here. This image has been further brightened and basically made to be looked at, and here is sort of where we're at now with this figure. So let me zoom in a little bit. So yeah, as we can see here, this is Barbella. This is a very convincing looking figure. Now I wanted to actually show you guys a picture of Barbella, and I'll move it over, so I'll put it up on the side. But yeah, let's actually start comparing. So we notice that one of her hands is actually in the same position in this post, whereas one hand is clenched, the other hand is open. So in this image, both hands on that figure are clenched. So it is a different pose for the hand. We notice that the bar through the center is a slightly lighter shade, being a more light gray as opposed to the darker color on the currently known figure. We also see the belt is in a different position, so there's that, and the legs are also in a different position. Whereas one is bent and crooked on the current pose, both of these legs are straight, and she is in a stance, you know, just pretty much a battle-ready stance. Now, of course, she does have two Lightcore elements, one here and one here, and the base is exactly identical as a Sentinel logo. And of course, we see the portal and the room and stuff like that. So, very, very interesting, this. So, let's talk about the other two really quickly. So, Krakatoa and Void. Krakatoa, for those of you that don't know, is actually a real-life volcano located in Indonesia. So, it is sort of one of those normal Skylander names that's sort of like, you know, half kind of based on a real thing and, you know, fantasy. I don't really know, but Krakatoa, if it's like a kraken that's like Krakatoa, you know, like a fire kraken basically, but you see where I'm going with this? That's kind of what I envision when I hear that. And Void, not really sure what to think about that. But there's a lot of really interesting things going on with this story. I mean, for starters, this is a really convincing looking figure. Remix Skylanders, who makes absolutely amazing custom characters, actually commented on someone's post saying that if this is a custom, they're up there with his. I mean, basically, it is a really, really good custom, if that's what it is. The one thing in this image that sticks out to me are the actual Lightcore elements. It looks photoshopped, but it could just be that it doesn't look very good. I mean, honestly, it looks very fake to me here, and I don't understand why there's this. That's the biggest red flag to me with this figure. But maybe there's an explanation for that. Maybe the plastic over here is thicker. I really don't know, you know, what to say about that. The one thing that seems really fishy is that that post has now been taken down. But there is a little bit more supporting evidence for this being real. And that is, it's pretty much the biggest supporting evidence for this being real. So YRock also found a post by someone called Omgal EXVEE. And basically this is just a picture of her with Chaos at the Activision headquarters. And I have run both this image and the image of Barbella through a thing called photo forensics, which allows you to see if images have been photoshopped, and there are no red flags as to either image being photoshopped, not even the lights in Barbella. So that is very interesting. If it's a fake, it's a really good fake. This thing reminds me of last year when we had the Series 2 Chopper leak, and everyone thought it was real because it looked so good, but it wound up that that was just a prototype. And quite honestly, that's what it seems to me like. But what's interesting is that this image of this woman and Chaos, she actually took this post down following this event, this post right here. So it's really interesting that we know someone went to Activision, and we know someone got a picture of a Barbella, and we know that post was taken down, and we know that E3 is just around the corner. There's a lot of interesting things going around about this, and I'm not gonna lie, last year when that Chopper leak came out, I was pretty much convinced that it was real, and I'm really concerned about doing the same thing with this leak again. But the fact that someone we know went to Activision makes it sound really interesting. Now, another interesting thing is, so YRock, of course, is a member of the press. He would go to press events. If they were inviting people to come to Activision, he wowould go. So, SkyFan91 asks, but here's the thing, Corey, wouldn't you go to Activision? After all, you are part of the press right now. And YRock replied, I must stay quiet on this one. Now, could be on a variety of things. So in the past, when people have visited Activision, they've been in a situation where they could legally neither confirm nor deny that they went. So it could be that he went there. It could be that he went there. But I'm really not sure what's going on here. I have no clue who this woman is. She doesn't seem significant. But yet, she went to Activision. There's a lot of really crazy things going on with this right now, and I want to basically refrain from pretty much confirming, denying anything, because the truth is, guys, we don't know at this point, and that's something we have to keep in mind. So, anyways, the person did say that there would be stuff revealed at E3, which is on June 13th. So, come June 13th, we will know whether or not this is real or it's not real. So, I guess we gotta wait till then. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys right now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me down in the comments, do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? What do you think this is? And yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys right now. This has been PortalMaster9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!